Grand Rising. Welcome to another episode of Sunrise Qi Gong with Cameron. Hopefully, you're in a position where you actually have the sun shining down on you. Let's begin. So, today we're going to be focusing on more on cultivating the lower dantian and getting familiar with the lower dantian, what it feels like, what it is. When we're talking about the lower dantian, we're talking about the storehouse for our Qi. So when we're doing Tai Chi and Qi Gong, we are pulling the Jing, the essence from our kidneys. And this goes into reproduction, reproductive energy, and the essence that we were given as children, right? At the moment of conception. So this essence, this pre-heaven essence, as they call it, is limited. But as we do practices like Qi Gong and yoga, we're also bringing in what's called post-heaven essence or after conception essence. And this is what we cultivate during these practices. This is the essence that fills up our body and creates this matrix of Qi throughout these practices. So when we're doing Qi Gong and when we're doing Tai Chi, we say the Yi moves the Qi, or the intent or the intention moves the Qi. And this is important to know when we're doing our practice, because then you can understand that where your mind goes, where your focus goes, your body goes, your intention goes. So we want to focus on this area again below our navel, about 1.5 inches below the navel. It's really 1.5 sun, but sun is just a body inch. So 1.5 sun or body inches below the navel. That's the focal point. And then the focal point is all through the body. So it's not just here on the belly button, but all the way through the body. And from there, you pump the Qi to your extremities. So when we inhale, the inhale is the kidneys pulling down on your lungs. And then the exhale is when we're actually sending that Qi throughout the body. Okay, so I'm giving you this visualization so that when we start to practice again, your Yi can move your Qi to where it needs to go. All right, so let's get started. It's coming into our Wu Ji position. So you want your feet about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Tucking your tailbone. Straighten out your lumbar cervical spine. As we do that, if you put your hands like this, that'll let you know if you're leaning too far forwards or backwards. But you want to have a nice straight back as we're doing this exercise. If you have a mirror in front of you, that's great. So you have a mirror right here so I can look at myself. I can also check my angles to make sure I look good and I'm not leaning too far in one direction or the other. Knees slightly bent. Tuck in the tailbone. Straighten out the lumbar cervical spine. You want to relax your shoulders. So if you have a tendency to have rounded shoulders like that, you want to push them back. When you're breathing, you're pushing out your belly. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, breathing deeply into the lower dantian. So let's get familiar with that dantian. You can have your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. If your eyes are open, have an expansive gaze, not focusing on one thing, but taking in everything. If your eyes are closed, try not to be distracted by thoughts and imagery. So if you are facing the sun, this is a great way to pick up some of that sun's good energy. There's a thing of sun gazing. We don't have to do sun gazing right now, especially as the sun gets higher in the sky off of the horizon. But even just the act of looking towards the sun, or looking in the general direction, or having it shine down on you has its benefits. But more importantly, you want to focus on your breathing, your breath, focusing on your lower dantian. As you hold this Wu Ji pose, this neutral pose, I want to do a little scan of your body. Make sure you're completely relaxed. So let's start from the ground up. You want to feel the bottom of your feet and relax them. Allow that fascia at the bottom of your feet to open up, going around to the tops of your feet. Allow that to open up and relax your ankles. Release your ankles. A lot of times we're doing like this with our muscles and don't even realize it. So we just want to scan ourselves and release that. All the while breathing deeply into your lower dantian, allowing the sun to beat down on your skin and your face. As you're bending your knees, you want to make sure that you're not bending past your toes. But you can come right to the edge of your toes. And that's a good place. That's a nice deep Wu Ji stance. So continuing to release the front of your legs, your shins and your calves. Working your way up to your knees. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs, your quads, and your hamstrings, all the way up into your hips. And relax the area around your waist. Relax your dantian, relax around your belly button, your abdominal muscles, your lower back, your kidneys. Relax the lower half of your torso, all the way up to your rib cage. Relax your shoulders, your neck. You can slightly tuck in your chin to even further open up your lower dantian. You might find that you can take a deeper breath by doing this. Relax the back of your head, Relax the top of your head, your face. And with every exhale, you want to gently raise up your perineum. So your perineum, it's in the lower half of your body. The muscles that you use when you're using the bathroom, going number one and number two, you want to gently clench those muscles like this on the exhale. So inhale, gently exhale and clench. That's going to help to circulate the chi and prevent it from leaving the lower half of the body. Still touching the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And so as you're doing this, you want to continue to relax your body. The more relaxed the body, the better the chi can flow. I know when we watch martial arts movies, we see them tensing up and screaming and right, when they're filling up their bodies with chi. But it's not a tense process. It is an extremely relaxed process, and the more you relax your body, the better this chi can flow through your body. And gently come up to standing like a tree. And standing like a tree, your palms are at about the height of your chest, fingers about 6 inches apart, elbows dropped and relaxed. So you might find when you first do this, your elbows are out to the side, but you want to just drop your elbows, extend your arms, breathe deeply. All of these poses are great assessment tools too, because it'll give you an idea of where you're at, where there's tension in your body, where there's stagnation. And remember, as you're doing this, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, inhaling through the nose, breathing into the dantian, clenching and tightening the perineum on every exhale. And gently come down to standing in a pool of water. So palms in front of your body and at the sides of your body. At about the height of your waist. Your palms may feel like they're floating on balls of energy, or you may feel like they're floating on a body of water, or they might feel like there's water flowing or rushing beneath them. You might feel magnetism. And gently come back down to Wuji. So from here, let's warm up the body and prepare to really do some Qi Gong. So you want to shift your weight side to side. So as we do this, you want to remember to continue breathing nice and deeply into your lower dantian. And as you shift, you can start to turn, pivoting on your toes. Starting to wake up your spine. You can tap your kidneys and your chest at lung 1, lung 2. You may feel some cracks in your spine, some pops. Get that cerebral spinal fluid flowing. And then when you're ready, you can turn all the way in, looking behind you for a nice deep turn. Your body will naturally go deeper into this stretch as you look over your shoulders. Good. And gently come back to center. Let's rub those hands together. And as you rub your hands together, you're continuing to breathe deeply into your lower dantian, relaxing your muscles. Good. And place your palms over your eyes, inhaling deeply into the center of your brain. Look up, look down, look left, look right, circle in one direction, circle in the opposite direction. Look up and down rapidly, look side to side rapidly, blink the eyes rapidly, and wipe your face down. Wipe your face down, you're waking up all those channels and points on your face. Good. And neck, front and back of the neck. Wipe them down. See, all of this is stimulating the channels and the points so that we can better circulate this chi. Good. Rub those palms together. Still breathing deeply. Fingers in the intercostal spaces, opening up your chest. Rub that dantian, rub that abdomen. And lower back, kidneys. Still breathing deeply. Those palms together, and let's get the knees. Front, sides, backs, inside. Both hands on one knee, both hands on the opposite knee. Place those feet together and gently rotate. Still breathing deeply into the lower dantian, opposite direction. front to back, gently side to side. Good. Open up your legs and let's pat yourself down. Down the outside, up the inside. And switch. Down the outside, up the inside. Good. And down the inside, up the outside. Switch. And legs down the outside, up the inside. And down the inside, up the outside. Good. Spread those feet out. Clasp your fingers and stretch out. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, drop in. Inhale up to standing. Exhale, stretch out. Inhale, stretch up. Get a little stretch in that low back. Exhale, sink in. A little bit deeper, a little bit warmer. Inhale, gently back to standing. Exhale out. Inhale, stretch up. Get a nice bend if you can. Exhale, sink in, personal best. Go as deeply as you can go without hurting yourself. And gently inhale, back to standing. Good. So we're doing a shorter warm-up today. Really want to get back to the lower dantian. So now our bodies are prepared to move this Qi. So let's come back to the Wu Ji stance. Again, it's great if you have a mirror next to you so you can see what you're doing. Feet about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Tuck in your tailbone. Straighten out your lumbar cervical spine. Relax your shoulders. You can tuck in your chin to further open up your lower dantian and your breathing with your neck. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, inhaling, exhaling through the nose, breathing deeply into the lower dantian. Now this is important too. If at any time you feel lightheaded or like you could collapse, just drop down to a squatting position or to a seated position. And when you're ready to come back, you can come back. Or you can just lie down and breathe. A lot of times when we're doing these exercises, especially for people who are new to these exercises, blockages can be removed pretty rapidly. And you might feel a sensation of Qi rushing to the top of your head. So as you're doing this, you always want to respect where you're at and monitor your internal environment. So breathing into the lower dantian. So I want you to come and bring your hands to your low dantian, right? And apply a little bit of pressure. so that when you inhale, you feel your hands pushing up against your belly, or your belly pushing up against your hands. When you're breathing, you want to come out of your shoulders. If you find that your shoulders are moving when you're breathing, you want to redirect all that energy down here to your lower dantian. And then relax your body. Relax into this. If you find that you're tensing up and doing all this, you're doing it wrong. Relax your body. As you'll hold your hands over your lower dantian, men, you'll place your right hand over your left, and women, left hand over the right. Then stand and breathe. So as you're breathing into your lower dantian, remember to not allow yourself to be distracted by thoughts, distracting thoughts. Any distracting thoughts, acknowledge them and send them on their way. If you have to do this 100 times, it's okay. You want to focus on your breathing in your lower dantian. So you can keep your hands on your dantian if you like, or you can come back into a proper Wuji stance. Remember, as you're exhaling, you're gently clenching your perineum, drawing it upwards. Gently come up to standing like a tree. Gently come down to standing in the pool of water. Relaxing your muscles. And gently come back down to Wuji. So let's close out this portion, inhaling the arms up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. One more big inhale. Gather up that Qi. Exhale, bring the Qi down to the lower dantian. Circling clockwise, counterclockwise. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Now, let's hold that pose for a moment. You can sit on the floor or a stool, whatever's comfortable for this next portion. So now we're going to come into a meditative position, sitting, kneeling, whatever's comfortable for you. But we want to be sitting up for this one. So, tip of the tongue still touching the roof of the mouth, still breathing deeply into the lower dantian. We're doing the same practice, just this time seated. So you want to relax your body and allow the chi to flow through smoothly. This practice is great to do in an empty stomach. So breathing into your lower dantian, still gently clenching the perineum on every exhale. You can have your eyes open or closed, whatever works for you. There are lots of studies coming out now, studies that have been done as well about the benefits of sunlight on the body, on the mind. So anytime you can get to just kind of hang out in the sun is beneficial. The sun is a natural sad lamp. We always want to remember that we're still a part of nature. So we want to interact with it as much as possible and in as many different ways as possible. Bringing your attention and intention again to your lower dantian. And as we breathe into our lower dantian, let's also set the intentions for this upcoming week. What do you want your week to look like? Or more importantly, how do you want it to feel? Do you have the capacity to will yourself into greatness? Do you want to feel great? Or are you anticipating stress, chaos, any of those negative emotions? A lot of times, we don't have to know how we're going to get to that destination. We just have to know what it feels like or what we would like it to feel like. How would you like your week to feel? Because on a deeper level, whatever you believe will be. If you believe it's gonna be crazy, chaotic, hectic, stressful, then you're gonna start to set a course for a chain of events that are gonna lead you to exactly what you're willing. But if you believe it's going to be peaceful, blissful, harmonious, then those are the chain of events that you are creating for yourself. So for me, I'm choosing peace. Let's take a few more nice deep breaths into the lower dantian, and then come back into our body. Excellent. It's a great way to start your day. You can come back to this video anytime you like. If you are watching on the IG Live, you can check out my YouTube. That's Armewamenti, Armewamenti, Armewamenti. If you are watching on the YouTube, you can check me out at IG, Instagram, a.r.m.e.w. This is Cameron Simons, LMT of Armew. Armew is Axial Release Massage and Energy Works. If you were in the New York tri-state area or visiting at any time, you can check me out at armew.com, armew.com, where you can see more of what I do. My massage, I'm a massage therapist, a Reiki master. I teach Tai Chi, Qi Gong, and I weave all of this philosophy into the work that I do. Axial release is my form of massage, which focuses on the axial skeleton, which is the skull, the spine, the rib cage. I work on the whole body, but I really focus on releasing the axial skeleton and releasing the central nervous system, which is housed in the axial skeleton. So you come to me, check me out, and you'll see the type of work that we do. But again, that is armew.com. And I want to thank everybody for coming out, tuning in, watching, and look forward to more content. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your day.